Alright everyone, welcome to the E3 reaction vlog, and as you all probably know, Microsoft's press conference has happened, and I'm going to just be running through what happened in it, and my reactions, my thoughts on all of their announcements and all that good stuff. I have my Wii U gamepad here, very useful tool actually for me to kind of scroll through some of the announcements. Shout out to Giant Bomb and to Matt Rory, who wrote up the kind of synopsis of everything that was announced, so I can easily go through it and kind of talk about things. So, kicking it off, Phil Spencer comes out, is talking games, and that really was the focus of the press conference. Like, there was no time spent on TV, aside from the small mention of the Halo thing that's happened in the TV show there, but basically, focus on games, solid trailer, and that's really what the conference was. So we kick it off with Call of Duty, which I think is a decent headliner. I mean, they have traditionally in the past kind of closed with COD before. You know, back in maybe like Black Ops 2, it was kind of a conference closer, but it seems like it's going to be a kicker-offer here. My prediction was wrong. Kevin Spacey didn't show up, unfortunately. No Kevin Spacey on stage, but what are you going to do? Kevin Spacey can't be everywhere. He's a busy man, you know. But some cool new footage, I think, is looking pretty interesting. A lot of people kind of calling out like, hey, this is Titanfall, basically. And yeah, it pretty much is. I mean, some cool stuff, like there was a gun, like a sound gun, which did like sound waves and some shit. And some cool techie stuff. I'm not a COD guy, so I'm not really going to get into it, but, you know, it sells a lot. It's the most popular franchise in the world for a reason, guys, so. Anyway, next up we have some new news for Forza 5, which is the Nürburgring, the really well-known and famous racetrack, is going to be put into the game, and apparently it's free DLC. So cool for people who own the game. I don't think it's anything that's going to make someone go out and buy Forza 5 just on its own, but it's a neat little perk, I think, and it's good for people. So. Then, kind of a surprise here, because I honestly thought that Ubisoft were going to parade out Assassin's Creed at Sony's press conference. Turns out that they're not, and they came to Microsoft instead. I guess that's going to be a bit of a, you know, monetary exchange going on there. That's definitely what it feels like. And Microsoft have got the exclusive there on the Assassin's Creed Unity. So Unity is the new Assassin's Creed game, just for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. There is supposed to be a second Assassin's Creed game, which I believe we'll hear about in the Ubisoft press conference, which is codenamed Comet, which is supposed to be the last gen version, so PS3 and 360. The new one looks pretty cool. So what they basically have is a co-op scenario with 4 people at once. You can do 4-player online co-op, and I'm sure that this is just the whole story. You can go through the entire story as co-op players, and I think that's really cool. I always like it when kind of campaigns introduce a co-op option there. It just means that you have the ability to go out and say like, hey, I like this game, but I'm a bit bored of Assassin's Creed on my own. You know, I can go out, get some friends, do some online co-op. Sounds interesting, if nothing else. You know, I'm playing through Assassin's Creed 2 right now, and I really want to get 4, that's the one lots of people have been talking about, but Unity seems cool. It'll definitely be on PC as well, so I'll have that option, and we'll see how it turns out, but some quick look there. And then this is where things start to get interesting. Sunset Overdrive, really cool trailer, because what it starts out looking like is like the Battlefield Hardline, which was announced at the EA press conference and kind of got leaked earlier. But it starts off like with this really gritty, and I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, why are they showing another fucking gritty shooter? Like, Jesus Christ, can we move on in this industry and not do that? And then all of a sudden you see Insomniac Games written on the door, and the dude just kicks in the door, starts rolling around, bashing, smashing people with his guns, and does this really funny monologue. And I thought it was a really hilarious trailer, a lot of cool stuff in there, and honestly, like, Sunset Overdrive is more and more looking like the game to own an Xbox One for in the coming kind of months. That is the one that people are, you know, really like, yeah, this is the thing. This is cool, colorful, bright, explosive, doing really crazy things. And then they showed kind of like a part of the game where they're going on roller coasters. Awesome. Really dug that. I thought that's a really cool thing. So, next up, a quick DLC announcement. Let me read this, get this right. Super Ultra Dead Rising 3 Arcade Remix Hyper Edition EX Plus Alpha. Capcom there, definitely just giving themselves a bit of a nudge, saying, yeah, we know our titles are ridiculous, so here's one which is just stupid. And a lot of people kind of, it's pretty cool, I think. Is it free? I think it may be a free DLC. Oh no, I don't actually. Probably going to be a paid-for DLC. It's going to be available soon, and that seems awesome for people who already own Dead Rising 3, again, not really something that's going to make you go out and buy an Xbox, in my opinion, but cool for the people who already own it. Then we get a return to Fable. Not Fable 4, we've got Fable Legends, and it seems to be this kind of dungeon master thing where you've got 4 people in co-op. By the way, that's the thing, co-op is a thing that's happening in like every game in the Microsoft press conference. No word of a lie, co-op is everywhere. So we've got 4 people rolling along, doing some kind of Fable-y swords, magic, fantasy nonsense, and then you have an alternate player, my words are just rolling everywhere. You have another player kind of dungeon mastering everything and placing enemies and putting things and traps and things. So looks like that kind of layout could work on a tablet. It does feel like a sort of smart glass integration that they would do there. Could just as easily work on just a normal Xbox pad, but the interface certainly seems to indicate that maybe, you know, tablet will be involved. Possibility there, possibility. Next up, Big Troll. Big Troll. So they talk about Project Spark a bit, show some neat new footage from that, bit of a CGI trailer, and then at the end, who walks out behind the logo but fucking Conker from Conker's Bad Fur Day, like one of the most revered N64 games, a rare classic, like this fantastic franchise that people really want to see more of. And then they fucking say like, you can play as Conker in Project Spark, and it's like, it's the biggest high to the lowest low that you could fucking imagine. Like, that is just in a split second, like raising hopes and then just ripping it all away. Terrible. That was fucking terrible. I think they tried to imply like, hey, this is a cool thing, but everyone took it the wrong way. They're like, why the fuck would you do that? Don't raise our expectations and then spit on us on the ground. Like, come on, that's it sucks, and it kind of got people's hopes up about what Rare was doing, what they're working on. No, apparently not. Apparently they don't want to make a new Conker game, so they're like, go make your own Project Sparks, where you make your own game. So, there's that. I'm a bit bitter about that. At this point in the conference, I'm kind of like, I mean, some of these games are cool, Sunset Overdrive, like, I'm digging. Nothing new, like nothing fresh, there's nothing interesting that we haven't heard about yet, you know, same old franchises, sequels, and stuff we've seen before. And then they start kicking to the indie scene, right? Then they bring out this game, Ori and the Blind Forest. Awesome art style, visually gorgeous, this 2D platformer, really my style, something I'm totally gonna get into, and I'm hoping it's coming to PC, because I'm not buying an Xbox One for no one-off indie game. I'm pretty sure it will do, because, let's face it, every indie game comes to PC. I'm vibing on that one hard. Another one, which was revealed after the Halo stuff, was Limbo's follow-up from Playdead, which is called Inside. Another really artistically cool game, and, you know, 2D, that's my thing, that's really my thing, and I'm down with those games. So those were kind of the highlights for me from this press conference, to be honest. Indie games, pulling it back, I'm liking them. In between those two, we had a bit of Halo news about the Master Chief Collection, every single Halo in one disc, remastered, multiplayer back from Halo 2, everything that people want in a new visual style, and looking great. I mean, if you've never played a Halo game before, like me, then maybe it's a good thing to get, you know? Pick up an Xbox One, pick up this one disc, and all of a sudden you have everything that is relevant for the Halo universe, the Master Chief Collection, and I believe that's coming out end of this year, so pretty cool stuff there. Of course, they talked about the TV show as well. And then a little bit of Halo 5, little bit, not too much. They said that this beta is coming, and the beta will be pretty soon, so whatever. Next up, we have just a reel of indie titles. Chris Charla, I Get Xbox comes out, it's like, yeah, here we go, here's a reel. Couple of picks from those. Phoenix Rage, that is like a Super Meat Boy-esque game. I saw a couple of videos on IGN of it. Looks fucking dope. That is so my scene. Anything Meat Boy, anything VVVV, anything like They Bleed Pixels, those like hardcore, masochistic platformers, my scene. I am so down for Phoenix Rage. That is looking great. And then Mighty Number 9 as well. Of course, that's going to be coming to everything really, so just a bit of a nod of the head there, that's cool. Next up, a real cool teaser trailer for the next Tomb Raider game, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I still have Tomb Raider on PC, I need to play through that game. It's kind of been sitting in my backlog for a long while. I'm going to get back to it, I really want to play it, because it really has hooked me. Actually, that's kind of weird, seeing as I haven't actually played. Like, I say it's hooked me, and yet I haven't played it, but I really liked the start of that game. I thought it was really well executed, and I'm kind of excited to go back to it, so kind of amped me up to go and play that again. So That's what I'll probably do. And then we have some stuff from The Witcher 3. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is without a doubt the best looking next-gen game I have seen so far. It looks fucking phenomenal, and now my nose is Anyway, as I was saying, Witcher 3, looking fucking fantastic. Gameplay demo of just hunting a griffin, gorgeous, like open world, can go anywhere. Just, these guys know how to make a good looking game, and they're showing it. They're showing it for sure, damn straight. Then we have Phantom Dust, which was a CGI trailer. We didn't know anything about gameplay. Apparently this was an old franchise that they're resurrecting, and just seems like a dude with some powers and a girl with some powers, and the girl's explosion. That's the trailer. Like, dude hits a girl, girl hits the dude, they smash, explosion. That's pretty much it. I can't really give an opinion on it because it's a CG trailer, and I don't know what it is apparently, so that's it, that's my opinion. Next we have more Division. I mean, it's cool, but the trailer didn't show anything much different from what we saw last time. It's kind of like, here's this cool game last year, and then they say nothing. And they're like, here's this cool game, only a slightly different scenario, a little bit different setting. And probably not going to say anything for a while again on it. It seems like one of those things that's going to be in development for a while, and I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't come out until like holiday next year. So a little bit to wait on that one, but not too much. And then the last two big announcements, I think, there's a Platinum exclusive coming to Xbox One called Scalebound. That's what it's called. Good job I have this with me. And that looked really crazy. Some dude fighting giant monsters, and then like he turns into like a scale armor on him. Looks very Platinum, just action heavy, going crazy, and I know a lot of people are down with that stuff. You know, they did Wonderful 101 recently as a Wii U exclusive. Seems like they're really down to do exclusives on different platforms, and fair enough, you know, if they're getting paid for it, if they're getting the money hat, good on them, because, you know, they make some really cool stuff, and that's great. So, finally, Crackdown. Now, I don't really know much about Crackdown. All I know is that everyone reveres it and talks about it as this, like, beacon of amazingness that was like the thing that kick-started really the last generation, and I guess it's like some kind of open world superhero-ish game with some cool traversal elements. I don't really get the big deal about it, but apparently everyone freaking loves it, so that's what they closed with. A lot of people were happy about that, and it's just called Crackdown. Seems to be maybe a reboot or something of that nature. So that's it. It's Microsoft press conference. I went through that as quickly as possible. I don't want to waste any time here because I've got stuff to go do. Watch some more press conferences, read some more stuff, impressions, watch some videos, all that nonsense. This is E3, it's crazy, everyone is going nuts. So if you enjoyed the video, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like down below as always. Give me your comments. What do you think of the Microsoft press conference? How do you think it went down? I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was mind-blowing, but there was some cool stuff in there, indies most notably, and that is pretty much it. So thank you, and I will be back with a Sony roundup probably tomorrow, because this is happening at 2 AM my time tonight, so I won't really be in the most awake state. I'm going to wake up tomorrow, do the Sony one, I'll pop that up, so you can look forward to that then. Until then, thank you for watching, see you then.